All right. Just waiting for, oh, here we go. Just waiting for, oh, here we go. All right. The chat is up. Let's go ahead and turn this down a little bit. Thank you, Romero. All right, so we're going to start out with the turkey, which has been brining all day. So first things first, we're going to season that up. Put that over here. Since this is going to take the longest, this is what we want to do first. Let's go ahead and lower this tripod a little bit. Oopsie daisy, unplug the phone. Let's not do that. All right. All right, so we've got a brine in here, and we want to cook it in a little bit of this brine, but not a lot. That's going to be part of our base. Just going to do a little bit more. All right, so brine is just salt and water, and it's best to do that with any form of poultry. Now don't forget, you gotta pull out the insides. Oh yeah, I think I got them all. Oh, I'm fist deep in it. If there was any more, I think I'd get it. All right. Yeah, no, but it looks like an empty cabinet to me. All right. So we're gonna move this bird over here. All right. Now we're gonna season it. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put it right in here. And that's what we're gonna do with this. All right, now we want to get all of the seasonings. Gonna be finishing off all these seasonings. All right, so let's go ahead and get all these seasonings open. Make sure this is garlic onion. Yep. All right. First step to making a successful turkey for Thanksgiving dinner, we're gonna hit it with the remaining of our good Italian herbs and spices. The good stuff, if you want a good Italian herb and spice, this is one of the best brands you can buy. But now I'm out of that, so I gotta switch to another brand. And unfortunately, I'm gonna finish off this Winco brand as well, because it's almost empty. I've been trying out different brands, trying to see who has the best. This is Walmart's Great Value. I'd have to say Winco brand was better, and so was the expensive glass brand. I can't even think of the name of it now. But now we really want to cover that. So I wish I had a person to hold this. Can't do it myself. So there's a way if you twist this, it'll come out. But give me 1 second. All right. Now that we added that, we're going to take our large seasoning salt. We want to hit it with a little bit of that. We're going to hit it with some onion powder, some garlic powder, gonna finish off this pepper and open up a new one. All right, that's empty. Alright, hit that with a little bit more pepper. Alright, now we're done seasoning this. We're going to season the bouillon a little bit with some better than bouillon. That would be these three guys right here. So I'm going to use a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of chicken. Okay, so we've opened this jar. This one is the onion, I can tell by the color. So we're going to scoop some of that right here. Now we want this in the broth. This is going to be to baste the turkey with. We want this flavor in the water. We're also going to do some garlic and then some chicken stock. Alright, that's going to be some pretty strong stock, but it should be quite flavorful. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it up in aluminum foil and put it in the oven. Now, to lock in the foil, we want to go ahead, lock in the flavor and moisture. We're going to wrap it with aluminum foil before we put it in there. This will prevent your bird from drying out. If you don't do this, your bird will dry out. Unless you have a lid to cover it, you will have a dry bird when it's all said and done. And no one wants to go through all of this hassle to end up with a dry bird. No, you can do this hassle and have a nice, juicy, flavorful turkey. Alright, now we're going to slide this into the oven. And now we're going to work on our, once we've slid it into the oven, we come back and we check on it every about 45 minutes to an hour to baste. And then after a few hours, depending on the size of your bird, it can be between 2 to 6 hours, goes by the pound, so just make sure you temp it. And that's how you make the perfect turkey. We'll show you the rest once we pull it out. Alright, so that was the first video. Alright, what's next? What's next? Okay, I gotta do the ham. Alright, so now we've got our ham. Now most meats you don't want the juices from the bag, but since this is a special glazed and the ham is already cooked, you just essentially recooking it. I'm going to keep all the juices in the bag in the dish when I pour it out. Oh, that's a lot of juices. But that'll complement the glaze. All right, we're actually gonna want to turn it this way. Okay. Alright, so we're going to want to hit this with our onion. Unfortunately, because it's a ham and it's spiral cut, we gotta really gotta be not stingy. We're opening up all the flaps. We're getting it all nice and seasoned on the inside. This is kind of what it's like to play with my ex-girlfriend. I mean, nah. Tara didn't say that. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of water into there. All right, I got half a cup, I got 1 cup of sweet tea and 1 cup of water right here. I'm now going to wrap this up with foil. And because this doesn't have to cook as long as the bird, we're going to set this to the side while we make the next dish. And then we're going to put this in the oven. But just like the bird, we want to make sure we cover it. We don't want dry ham. We do not want dry ham. You don't pay all this money for this expensive food to burn it or dry it out. So make sure you're doing it right. I've got the turkey and ham going right now. I'm making other food just so you know. Alright, next on the agenda, we are going to make our green bean casserole. That's going to go in this. You can use canned, you can use frozen, you can use fresh. I normally use canned. I'm trying frozen for the first time ever, and I'm going to see if I like it. All right, we'll put 1 can of cream of mushroom in here. We're gonna do equal parts water. But since there's a lot of water trapped in those green beans, we're not gonna do quite equal parts. All right, since that doesn't look like that's gonna be as much as I expected, we're going to do a 1/3 bag of green beans and a 2nd can of cream of mushroom. All right, let's move this around. Okay, so I see why the frozen is actually bad. I should have thawed the frozen out first. So what I need to do is I need to leave this out for just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up here. This burner's hot because the oven is on, so I'm just going to let that warm up on there while I make the next item. Three bags of green beans. Alright. What did I do with that other phone? It's in my pocket. Okay. How to make amazing green bean casserole. Actually, I'm going to try doing it like this. How to make amazing green bean casserole. We took 3 bags of frozen 12-ounce green beans, so we have 36 ounces of green beans, and we have 2 full 24-ounce cans of cream of mushroom with both half parts water. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hit that with some pepper and some onion and garlic. Well, this seems like a lot, but it's got to mix into all of it. Flangé Cambon, she wanted to say hi to you, but you were asleep. She had a dog. She wanted you to meet it. I said, hey, I popped in. You didn't wake up. I figured you were tired, so I left you be. Not gonna say nothing?
Doug's making your video.
I am, but you can still respond.
Yeah.
You can start making the stuffing whenever. She's coming back. She's making peach cobbler.
Okay.
Oops. I hit the Bixby on my phone and it stopped recording. Let's try this again. Alright, how to make the best green bean casserole I know how without using meat. Unfortunately, because of a diet restriction to someone eating in this dinner, I will not be using any form of pork. Normally I would use bacon or sausage. So we're going to hit it with garlic powder first. Then we hit it with onion powder. We hit it with Italian herbs and seasonings. We hit it with a dash of Laura's seasoning salt. A little more Italian urban season, just because, I mean, that's good stuff. And a little more pepper, because I like pepper in this. All right. Now we're gonna want to stir this up a little bit. Try to. Now you will be able to stir this once it starts solidifying more. Once it starts to cook, it will stir better. So we're gonna set this off to the side, and we're gonna wrap it with aluminum foil here shortly and put it in the oven. You'll see the next steps. All right, move that back up there. What are we starting out with next? Too bigger. We're making a yam thing. Am I supposed to drink it? Okay, so I'm gonna start with the sweet potato item next. I'm wondering if I shouldn't do both cans in one dish. Well, no, because I need room for the marshmallow. I need your help with something. I'm not sure if this will work or not. Just come here real quick. So my mom has made this a bunch, so I'm going to ask her advice real quick. So I'm trying to decide if I should do this in 2 pans, if this should be one. Is this enough, or should I use both cans?
Oh no, that's enough.
I figured because the marshmallow.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
They put a lot of potatoes in that can.
Yeah, it's 40 ounces. Should I make 2 of them?
I wouldn't.
No?
No.
Okay. Do you think you'll be able to make the stuffing in these two?
Yeah.
Between these two, you think you can make the stuffing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll save these for the stuffing and I'll do the beans on the stove.
Okay.
I'll start cutting the onion once I get this glaze going.
Yeah, I need the onion for the stuffing because I gotta cook the onion in with the sausage and the mushrooms. I got a jar of mushrooms in my bed.
Alright, so I was told I have to add this and some brown sugar. She didn't say how much, so I'm just going to kind of guess it. Yeah, that feels like a lot of brown sugar at this point. So I'd say that was a little more than a cup of brown sugar. I'd say that was about a cup and a half. Now remember, I've never made this before, so this is all test and error today. I think it'll be good, but I've never made it, so I can't say it will be good. Sitting here looking for this spoon, and here it is. We're gonna have just a little bit of water on there. Romero, so you heard what I said? That's hilarious. Okay. Here's how you make great and easy, because you can make it great and hard, but this is a great and easy way to make your sweet potatoes. So first things first, we drain our can. We take about 3 inches or so of the sauce, 4 inches or so. So, you know, right around here, right around the cut yams, you pour that amount of juice in here, okay? Then you add some water till it's about equal parts. Then you add about a cup to a cup and a half of brown sugar. Now we're going to bring this into a boil and make this into a glaze. Once this starts to boil and become a glaze, we're then going to pour it over this. So let's get this glaze cooking. becoming one consistency, which is what you want. But we want to boil it and thicken it up a little bit. Now we could have added a little less water, but this is the first time of doing this, and we just experimenting, folks. Just taking from what I was told and trying to implicate it. Alright, we'll be back to show you once this is a little thicker. You can see the rest of the process. Okay. Now we don't put the marshmallows on until it's baked some. Hold on a second. Had to fix my own account. Showed I wasn't a managing moderator on my main channel, which is wild. Alright, we're just going to turn that off. Stir that. We don't want it to boil over. Alright, we're going to make that boil up one more time. I need to thin that out a little bit more. And we're going to do that by adding like another half cup of brown sugar. This will make it about 2 cups of brown sugar at this point. Alright, now you see it's starting to foam up. We don't want it to overboil. So we're about to turn it off. And then just keep stirring. Just keep stirring. Now it's not going to boil over. This is called reduction. We're essentially reducing the amount of water in the sauce. Now you can do this with gravies. You can do this with with things like this, like glazes. Pretty much any kind of sauce with a fluid, you can essentially render it down more by removing the fluid. Now you can remove the fluid a few ways. Boiling is one way. All right. Now the best way we can let this render down is instead of covering it with foil, we're not going to cover it with foil, and we're going to let that juice render down a little bit. Then we're going to pull it out, put some marshmallow on it, put it back in, and bing, bang, boom, it should be done. All right, first of all, I need to get something so I don't burn myself. Last thing I want to do is burn myself. Alright, we're going to put that in right there like that. And so we can do the same thing with this. Oh, hold on. I did forget to now once you've rendered down the glaze and you've poured it in, you want to make sure that you've submerged your potatoes. Now we're not going to cover this up because we want to render that down a little bit in the baking process, making it more glazy-like. Then we're going to top it with marshmallows and cover it. First, we're going to start out like this. Now, that was just this with just under a half a cup of syrup, about 2 cups of brown sugar, about 2 cups of water. Mix that together and boom, you've got yourself a glaze. Now we'll wait till the marshmallows are ready to go on and we'll finish it off. Alright, let's go ahead and now we're going to put our green bean casserole in here uncovered for the first half. Then we're going to stir it and cover it. And we'll be back to see the next steps of the green bean casserole. Okay. Next thing. What's the next thing? All right. Am I still alive? Okay, I'm still alive. Or come over here. Oops, let's go ahead and move this pot over here for right now. Next, we're gonna cut up some onion. This onion is for the stuffing. Looks like I got an infected onion, but I was able to recover most of it. I think I got given some bad onions. About to switch to the fresh bag I just bought at the grocery store, because I ain't trying to use no bad ingredients on Thanksgiving. No, this is the time of the year to. I'm just gonna throw this whole onion out. All right. Cutting off the onion ends, cutting off the outermost layer that doesn't look great, dropping more onions. Well, that's a sprouted onion. Just because I don't like the way this looks on the cutting board, I'm going to wipe it off. It's just... Oh, I thought it was mold from one of the bad ones. It was not. It was just stain in the plastic. I keep all these onion bits because I'm going to be making homemade onion powder here soon. So I'm throwing all the good pieces of onion husk and excess outer onion shell into a pot so that way I can make homemade onion powder and show you guys how to do it. Wow. Getting bad onions all around right now. Alright, now we're going to start cutting these onions up. Hola, Chad.
What's up?
Just getting things a going. What up with you, my guy? You going to be ready to eat dinner here in a couple hours?
Oh, I'm gonna take a nap real quick.
That's definitely going to be so.
I gotta go play vampire tonight.
2 weeks left of being a vamp. You need to go back to being like a normal civilian.
I gotta go back to teaching special ed.
Remember the movie Daybreakers?
Yeah. It's okay. I like teaching better than I like poking people anyway.
You know, maybe you're not as crazy as I thought you were.
Never lose your humanity.
You have humanity? I'd like to find mine, but I don't think it's ever coming back.
It's lingering.
Lingering? Like you at a playground? Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Oh my.
I'm so sorry.
And the man's talking about a place he's supposed to stay 100 yards away from.
Turtle is terrible. Alright. That onion just came apart. That's okay. I'm mincing the dang thing. That's what happens when you mess up your cut. You get a pile of mess you gotta deal with. That should be broken up enough. Only a couple of awkwardly real big chunks are in there. Last 2 onions. And you'll notice my eyes are not bloodshot or tearing. It's like I've done this before. Alright, I think that's enough on the onion. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so I just cut, what, 6 or 8 onions? Look at my eyes. Are they bloodshot? Are they watering? I mean, they're getting a little bloodshot staring at this light, but no. Clean and clear. Okay, what do we gotta do next? Baked beans, since I'm not baking them now, since all my baking items are far gone to other projects, unless I can come up with a way to bake 2 little glass dishes. Actually, that would have worked. The onions are cut. Yeah. For the stuffing?
Yeah.
Do you have any more of these, or is this the only one?
That's number one got.
Okay. All right. What's next? Everything's cooking all right. We're gonna put the ham in here shortly. What do we do? Beans. Beans. I need to make sure I have a lid for this pot first. Actually, let's see. If I have a big lid for this, this will work. Okay. So this is going to be the baked beans. We're going to add about a cup of onion per can, since we're going to put 2 cans down. We're going to add 2 cups of onion. Actually, we're going to add a cup and a half of onion. And now what we're going to do, we're going to move these guys over here. We're going to, we'll throw this in there. So traditionally I would use hot dogs for this kind of thing, but today I'm going to try breakfast sausages. We're going to cook this up in the onion for a little bit, and then once we do, we're going to add in the beans. All right, last couple of sausages. All right. See, how many sausages was that? 4, 4, 5. Let's do 3 more sausages. It's going to make 20 sausages. Each sausage is a little under an ounce. Should be about 2 pounds of sausage. All right, we're going to here's how we start out making the best baked beans we can. We put some sausage and onion in here. We got about 2 pounds of sausage, about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of onion. We're going to cook this down. Got a nice heaping of garlic in there. And a little bit of thyme, herbs and seasonings. And a little bit of large seasoning salt. Spatula. Some stuff around. Alright. So once that starts cooking, we're going to add a little bit of water, but not much. Alright, since we might need water on standby for other recipes, we're gonna just keep this for here for right now. Alright, we're gonna add a little bit of water. Not much, we just want a little bit at the bottom. This will help speed up the process of the cooking. Alright, while those cook, let's go ahead and open up the beans. We're going to be using brown sugar and hickory baked beans by Bush. Eggs are already hard boiled and done, they're just sitting right there.
What did you put in it?
This is for the, this is for this, Mom. What's that for?
Oh, I thought that was for the stuffing.
No, I didn't know what you do for the stuffing.
I told you that's why I needed the sausage.
Well, yeah, that's right there.
Okay.
I got a tube of this. This is for the Bush's Baked Beans. I've got. Is this what you needed for the? Well, I got honey right there too. So,
Okay.
is this the pan you're gonna need?
Yeah.
I thought you baked it.
I have to cook the sausage.
Oh yeah.
And the
Okay.
mushrooms and the onions, that was the pan I was gonna use. But that's okay. I can use that pan when you're done.
The beans are gonna be cooking in it after this.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pour it in something.
This is the only thing I had to cook the beans in. It's big enough.
Well,
I mean, I guess unless I wash that pot and put them in
I
there.
have a pot in my room.
Is it this one right here, or do you have a bigger
I
one?
have a bigger one.
I'll take it.
Okay, it's your pot actually.
That would solve this whole issue. You notice the onions are starting to become a little more translucent. That's good. That's what we're going for.
Silver pot in your room.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Do we have one little big pot? I'm trying to figure out how to boil the potatoes in.
Nope.
Okay, well, what do you, when you're done with that, can I boil the potatoes in it?
When I'm done making the stuff.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to put it in that and bake it, right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Okay.
Might want to rinse that out. It's been in my cabinet for a while.
Okay.
Since I moved in, I think I've used it.
Now let's stir this up. All right, we're going to be transferring this to another pot. But not quite yet. Let's go ahead and get our beans in here. All right, this is about ready. Okay, so here's the process of making the Bush's baked beans from beginning to end. So first, we put 2 cans of Bush's baked beans into this pot. We added a half cup of water per big can, so about a cup of water in total. Now that's to speed up the process of cooking these. The water will render off quite quickly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our cooked onion and sausage, and we're going to add it to this. But before we add that, what we want to do is we want to add a little bit of seasoning to our beans. We're going to hit it with a little bit of raw seasoning salt. We're going to hit it with some Italian herbs and seasonings. And garlic powder. Normally we'd put onion powder, but since we're putting onion in here, that's a little unnecessary. And then a bit of pepper. Alright, next we add the beans with the sausage and onion. since we're going to be using this skillet right here for more onions and sausage, we're just going to keep whatever is on the skillet sauce-wise, which doesn't look like there's a whole lot. Where'd that cup of water go? We're going to do that. Alright, once we've moved our meat and onions into our beans, we want to stir. Alright, now we're going to let this cook for about 30 to 45 minutes. Beans are fine to cook for a long time. They're usually better if you do. So we're going to cook this on a 3. And we're just going to let it slowly cook. We'll show you the rest once the beans are done. All right. Okay. Can you come in here and do these 8s for me? At least peel them for me while I do everything else? Like I'm... Okay, step 1 to making our stuffing for Thanksgiving. We put a tube of 32 ounce, so 2 pounds of breakfast sausage and about a pound of onions. Now we're going to cook this down and we're going to use this to start the stuffing. So check that out once the process begins. All right. I'm ready whenever, Mom. Just like before, we're going to add a little bit of water to speed up the cooking process. Going to hit it. Okay, first step is we add 1 cup of water to speed up the process. We want to make this a little quicker, and we're going to add a little bit of garlic powder. We're going to hit it with some pepper, a splash of Lara's seasoning salt, and where did my Italian herbs and seasonings? Oh, here they are. My Italian herbs and seasonings. All right, once we've seasoned this up, we're going to cook it up. Then we're going to move all of the stuffing product into one dish, mix it around. Then we're going to bake it. But this is the first step, so come back for the rest. Or keep watching. Oh, forgot to turn that on. All right, we're also going to start cooking gravy. Do the mushrooms go with the onions and the sausage?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing, just so you know, I'm waiting for you. Actually, we're going to start out with the ham because the ham's got to go in soon. Alright, so we had this soaking with seasoning, but we did forget one special item for it. Toothpicks. What'd you do with those?
You're in your drawer.
In my seasoning drawer?
Uh-huh. I got the onions with the seasoning and the sausage all over here.
I'm gonna start doing the ham. The potatoes are already in there. Oh, I need to start boiling potatoes. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'll just put this ham in. Should I peel the potatoes? Do you think it really matters?
Is it for what?
Mashed potatoes?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And I could make box, but I thought, it's Thanksgiving, I should make homemade. I got 3 bags of
Yeah,
potatoes, so they're $2 a piece. I mean, I don't even mind just eating a baked potato sometimes.
Alright.
Okay. Reconnecting. Okay, good, I didn't. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put some pineapple on here. Alright, I'm gonna put like 2 or 3 more in. Looks like we got 2 more slices of pineapple left. We're just gonna slide that in there. Come on, let's get this in the oven, so the potatoes and then the gravy. The screen is all black. Oh, thank you for pointing that out. What the heck happened? Hold on, I'll figure it out.
Oh shit. How's it going?
Live streaming the Thanksgiving food.
Good stuff.
Got the ham going, turkey's in, baked beans.
I can
Casserole.
smell it. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Just thought I'd pop down and see how things were going.
They're going, she's about to start deviled eggs.
Good God. Nice. Looks great.
Yeah, it's a feast and
It's
you'll be able to enjoy.
Oh, that's cool, man. Good. Good stuff.